This is an absolute steal for the Milwaukee Bucks as a brand new report has dropped revealing a shocking update that a team in the Western Conference is about to blow it all up and send their star players packing. And one of those players might make their way over to Milwaukee, and we're going to get into exactly who these players are and how they would fit on this Milwaukee Bucks team. Guys, before we get into everything, we noticed that 67.5% of you are not subscribed to the channel, so please make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, like, and comment down below how you feel about the Bucks going into this season. As well, guys, we're going to be posting the small forward lineups tonight for our all-time Milwaukee Bucks team, so please make sure to cast your vote and let me know who you pick and why exactly you think they fit into this team. Guys, we got to get a lot to get into today, so let's just get right into it. You can see here per an NBA insider that the Kings are reportedly gearing up for a full rebuild and plan to explore trades for Zach LaVine, Domantas Sabonis, and DeMar DeRozan. Now, guys, the first player I want to talk about here is Domantas Sabonis. He's been an excellent player throughout his career. You can see here this year. These are his stats for this year: averaging 33 minutes a game. He's at 16 points, 13 rebounds. Has always been one of the best rebounders in the NBA. 4 assists. Has always been an excellent passer. You can see there are 0.1 blocks per game, so definitely not the most efficient shot blocker. Never has been. A steal per game, 2 turnovers. Very, very efficient in the playmaking and passing game from the high and the low post. Very, very good and not causing turnovers or creating bad plays on the offense. 4 fouls per game. 50% on the field goal and 18% from 3. Never has been the most prolific three-point shooter, but he has improved that over the past few years, which is nice to see from his game because he definitely has a nice jumper and can definitely knock it down from 3 if he works on it in the offseason. But let's get into his career stats here, guys, because Domantas Sabonis has always been an excellent player. You can see there for his career, 16 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists. He's always been efficient from the field. He's 2-time All-NBA, 3-time All-Star, 3-time rebound champ as well. I mean, this guy has been dominant throughout the years in the rebounding game, and that's kind of the main points that I want to get into of why I want Domantas Sabonis on the Milwaukee Bucks and why I think he could be a really good fit next to Giannis Antetokounmpo, is mostly because of his rebounding. Because, I mean, if you look at the advanced stats this year, guys, and just the league leaders in rebounds, the Milwaukee Bucks are finishing towards the bottom. As you can see there, they rank 26th in total rebounds per game, and that's the reason why this Bucks team has lost some of their games, especially against the Houston Rockets. I mean, the Milwaukee Bucks got out-rebounded by, I think, almost 20 or more against that Rockets team, and that's a humongous reason why they lost that game and got taken away from them. So, I mean, that's one of the big reasons why I think Domantas Sabonis would make a huge impact on the Milwaukee Bucks, is definitely in the rebounding factor as well. He's also a great inside scorer. He's great in the high and the low post. He's also an excellent passer. I mean, I can't imagine how great that would be, seeing Domantas hand it off or dump it off to Giannis in the dunker spot from the high and the low post. So that's kind of my reasoning behind why I think he would make an excellent fit on the Milwaukee Bucks team. But you also have to look at, if you give Domantas Sabonis away, who are you giving away on the Milwaukee Bucks? And I guess you'd have to think that Miles Turner would make his way out and go to the Kings in exchange for Domantas Sabonis. And there's a lot of things you sacrifice when you trade someone like Miles Turner, which is, of course, floor spacing. I mean, Domantas Sabonis isn't a three-point shooter. He has increased his volume quite a bit, but he's certainly not near the level of Miles Turner in three-point shooting. I mean, Miles Turner is one of the best three-point shooting centers in the NBA next to Karl Anthony Towns. And you also sacrifice rim protection and shot blocking, and Domantas Sabonis doesn't do that either. So, that's something you have to look at. Are you willing to sacrifice elite three-point shooting from the center position and rim protection for, overall just better rebounding, maybe some scoring as well as some great passing? You had to look at those things as a whole. I mean, offensively, the Bucks are doing really good right now. They're top 10 in points per game scored against opponents. So I think that's something you have to look at as well on the offensive side. You're sacrificing a lot of the defense, which is one of the big reasons why we're doing so well right now in the NBA. So a lot of things to look at for an exchange for Domantas Sabonis, because I believe that if we were to trade for someone like him, Miles Turner would probably end up having to go out the door, which I know a lot of you don't want to see. And I'm not specifically saying that this trade needs to happen now. This is something that could happen in February or perhaps even after February in the offseason, right? Because you had to see how this team plays out for the rest of the regular season. I mean, we're playing really good right now, even without one of our designated starters and Kevin Porter Jr. and Ryan Rollins coming in and, making his big NBA jump and playing the best basketball of his career. So a lot of stuff to think about in a trade like this, especially for Domantas Sabonis. But there's another player I want to get into, which is Zach LaVine. Now, if there's one thing Zach LaVine has always been good at, it is getting buckets. I mean, that is what he is basically known for, aside from, of course, his high-flying dunking over the years. And you can see here his stats, averaging 35 minutes per game on the season, 24 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, half a steal, 2 turnovers, 2 fouls. And that's the main thing I want to get into here, which is efficiency. He is one of the most efficient high-volume scorers in the NBA, and that's another player I think that could really make an impact on this Bucks team. I mean, this is a guy that I think could play really well with Giannis in the pick and roll, or even in the kick out game when Giannis is driving to the rim and he needs to kick it out to one of the shooters. Now, of course, the Milwaukee Bucks have shooters. We know this. We have AJ Green. We have Gary Trent. We have Ryan Rollins, who's been shooting really well from the three-point line. Miles Turner. Bobby Portis has not been having his best year, but we know that he is a at least semi-reliable three-point shooter. So a lot of great three-point shooting on this Bucks team. I mean, you take a look at the stats here for the three-pointers made so far, and the Bucks are 5th right now in three-pointers made per game. They also rank 3rd in three-point percentage. So obviously, three-point shooting is not a huge problem for this Bucks team. I'm more talking about, when I say Zach LaVine should be a Milwaukee Buck, I'm more talking about his ability to create his own shot off the dribble. His off-ball movement and his off-ball scoring is borderline elite. I mean, that's why he's on the Sacramento Kings. That's why they wanted to get him. They thought, if they get a player like him that is one of the elite scorers, one of the better scorers in the NBA, they can really make him help them take the next jump. So that's specifically why I want to look at Zach LaVine, because I mean, having the ability to create your own shot next to Giannis Antetokounmpo, which is something that this Bucks team need right now, because there's not really many players on the Bucks that can do that alongside Giannis, who's the primary scorer right now. I believe he's top 5 right now in points per game. Another reason why he's probably going to be the MVP at the end of the year. And we look at Zach LaVine's stats here. And of course, I mean, as we mentioned before, he's just a prolific scorer. I mean, he's a career over 20 points per game. And I mean, this is a guy that I think would just fit really well in this Doc Rivers system. And I think there's a case to be made for trading for him. And again, I don't think that this trade should happen right now. I think this is something you need to look at past February, or maybe even in the offseason. Another thing you have to look at for both players in Domantas Sabonis and Zach LaVine is the money. Can the Bucks afford someone like him right now? And that question really remains, and it's kind of a question mark right now. You don't know if that's going to happen. If John Horst can kind of move the money around and see if he can get a player like that. But this is really just kind of a prediction right now, and if we can acquire players like this, and if they can really make an impact on this Bucks team. But guys, before we wrap up today, I just want to take a look at this tweet here that kind of just highlights Kyle Kuzma so far this year. 6 games through November, 17 points per game, 58, 38, and 89 shooting splits, and 68.9% on true shooting. And it says that those are true 6 Man of the Year numbers right there. And yeah, guys, Kyle Kuzma has been excellent this year so far. Definitely a contrast from what we saw from him in the playoffs from last year after we acquired him. So just wanted to give Kyle Kuzma some love there. But guys, let me know what you think about these trade rumors. Let me know what you think about Zach LaVine or Domantas Sabonis potentially becoming a Milwaukee Buck, and if you think that they would fit next to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Thanks a lot, guys, and as always, go Bucks.